morning.
Oh my god, good morning.
Everything that we see today, it will be recorded.
Yes, including my eye bags.
I'll Photoshop it.
Thank you.
This was my first time at South by Southwest, and as a gaming marketer, I came in really curious about how tech, gaming, and creative scenes come together here in Austin, Texas. Getting the registration done and getting the badge was fairly easy overall, and then we met up with all of our agency partners. That's Mike. He's one of our vendors that giving us a walkthrough of the expo floor.
Hello. Yep.
Thank you. And so we started our expo floor walkthrough, and right away, some booths just stood out, mostly because of how they use light and color to draw people in, which makes a big visual impact. And a part of that impact really also comes from how LED panels are integrated directly into the booth frames, so it makes everything look way more seamless. We also noticed how floor prints helped pull people in and made the space feel more immersive. My biggest takeaway is that when it comes to designing a booth that grabs attention, and I think Mike summarized it really well, it really comes down to three things: light, sound, and movement. Even something as simple as rotating light can add enough motion to draw you in. After the expo floor walkthrough, we headed to lunch at Geraldine's. If you ever go, get the cinnamon rolls. It's super good. From there, we started checking out the off-site activations. Basically, a lot of brands set up their own experiences just outside of the main expo venue. And the one that really caught our attention, okay, maybe just mine, was Paramount's. And there's also a huge line waiting to get in. And that's when I realized these activations also open to people that don't have a badge. But if you do have a badge, you get a priority pass. As we entered, there was a greeter at the entrance who gave us a quick rundown of what to expect. And then as we walk in, first thing that you see is for yellow jackets. I thought that was pretty interesting, although it would have been nice to have a little bit more context, for people that haven't watched the show yet, like me. And then the photo ops, feel like some of them had great setups, especially one from School Spirits. I thought the lighting was super cool, and the ghost theme really came through, and I liked how we're able to take a Polaroid, and we got to do a really fun game, and we get to have a Polaroid to take home. I think I just wished more of them had a little context. Upstairs, there were even more photo ops that tied to other Paramount shows. One of them was straight up creepy, but in a fun way. And the final room led into this loungy area with bars, and you get to get a drink, and there's also basically more places to hang and chat. And we got to check out a session of Death Stranding 2 on the beach, where Hideo Kojima came out and shared a trailer. Once the sessions wrapped for the day, we got to explore more of Austin, and the city really shows off. I feel like the food is really good. The live music, it was literally around every corner. It really got the vibe people always talk about. And then we also stumbled across a few film screenings. Gosh, who is it?
Who is it?
Some were batch exclusive, which felt kind of fancy. Wish we had more time to catch one.
I just want to know who they are.
And for the evening, we checked out a speakeasy.
This is where we're gonna get kidnapped.
Highly recommend it if you're in Austin for a first time.
Thank you.
Right now. I've been watching the show. Right now. It's Joe.
Wait.
Day 2 2 was packed with more gaming-focused sessions. We got into the nitty-gritty of how games are marketed, plus a look at cross-media storytelling, like how games are extending into film, music, and beyond. There's definitely a recurring theme showing up across all sessions, and it's really about collaboration, authenticity, and cultural storytelling. This session on authenticity versus tokenism really stood out to me. I think true representation isn't really about checking boxes. It's really about letting creators tell stories that feel real to them. It shouldn't feel forced.
Exciting videos from Johanna and Conan to share with you.
15 years ago, I decided that I was a gamer. You're gonna give me a gift? How do you get a Porsche onto this stage?
After that, we wander off more offsite activations. This one was set up inside a greenhouse tent. It was as hot as it sounds. I was showing off about all the cool shows and activities that you could do in Sao Paulo, Brazil. What stood out to me is how these offsite spots are actually where people hang out. Like compared to the Expo, which is definitely more businessy, the activations are really where the fun, social interactions happen. And I feel like brands really get to shine here. And then we had lunch at Home Slice Pizza, which is apparently one of the best in Austin. It's on Congress Street where there's a lot of other great restaurants are clustered. I feel like it was a great spot for a midday break. After that, a much needed coffee run. Juice Coffee had a blueberry matcha that was really good. I'm still thinking about it. And then randomly, we walked past a Harry Styles pop-up.
There's no line? Woohoo!
I had no idea he had a whole fashion and skincare line. There were nail polishes as giveaways if you spent a certain amount. I feel like it was kind of fun to stumble into.
Enjoy the experience. Go on in.
Thank you.
Enjoy the experience. Thank you.
Later, I caught a session on social media, and I really liked this one because it shared a lot of case studies about how subcultures are really shaping social media now. It was a quick session, but really interesting. Then we went to dinner at Uchi. It was one of Austin's top sushi spots. I loved it. The food was amazing, but the dessert, even better. Definitely worth checking out. To wrap up my trip, I decided to go to a music showcase at Antone's on my last night. I didn't get to stay for a full music track since I was leaving, but I'm so glad I squeezed in this show.
Hello, guys. We're gonna do a song that I wrote years ago, and it's called "I Flow Like a Flower," 榴花.
Cause I'm thirsty, so I need some water. Now you bring it to me.
And that's a wrap on my first South by Southwest. I came in super curious about how gaming fits into the creative scenes here, and I left with so many ideas, and honestly, more appreciation for how all these industries are intersecting. Next time, I definitely want to stay longer, catch more of the music track, and finally try some Texas barbecue.